Savannah's first electric bike is
We're
right
starting
here
over.
with us.
Here we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Savannah. I'm Tim Echols on the Public Service Commission. My friend Nick and Alderman here in Savannah. We're in Johnson Square. This is a historic place, right?
That's right. This is right where our city was founded, and the first square here in Savannah. General Nathaniel Greene's monument's right here behind us, and we're making history today with Savannah's first manufactured electric bike is here with us here, the M500. Here with Public Service Commissioner, honored to be here with my friend to get you to try out this bad boy and take it on Savannah streets.
Yeah, if you haven't been to Savannah in a while, well, it hasn't changed that much since 1733. Yeah, we got a few more squares, but Nick, when James Oglethorpe was coming here from England, he stopped in Charleston. He stopped there and he learned something. He learned that they didn't have squares. And when he came down here, they laid out all of these green spaces. I mean, how important are all of these squares to Savannah's historic district?
Well, even today, the best pedestrian and bicycle advocate and designer out there is General Oglethorpe. So he took the design and he made it better and he infused it. And we're very competitive with our neighbors to the north, you know, Tim. And we love being the first planned city in America, the first with a tree planting ordinance. And we still celebrate it today with our parks and squares as a wonderful way to get around our city and enjoy it. I mean, that's what visitors coming to see. And this is a brand new way for people to get around. More people are adopting these across the country than ever before as a method of mobility that makes it more accessible to Americans than ever before.
Yeah, so this is about a 72-pound electric bike. And you go, wow, that seems kind of heavy, because I'm a big Tour de France guy, right? I watch every day the recap, the NBC recap, and I love it. And lightweighting is very important, but it's different with e-mobility. Why?
That's right, because you've got this 500-watt motor, right, that's right behind you, that's pushing this pedal power behind you. So you're no longer limited by having to get lighter to get faster. Now, to get faster, it does it with the flick of a switch and the thumb throttle. So this will get you 50 miles on a charge. This is a 20-amp-hour battery, gets you 50 miles on a charge, and a top speed of 20 miles an hour, which is perfect for cruising on your bike lanes, bikeways that are out there in the city, and street legal at the same time.
Nick, we see a little dot bus here, which is free downtown. So we got this opportunity if you want to hop on a dot bus right here. We've got the new electric buses that Savannah, the Chatham Area Transit has. So congratulations on that. Obviously, walking is always a good thing. I love to walk this area, but e-biking, I mean, sometimes I'm here, I'm running late, I need to get to a meeting, maybe I've got a suit on. Is this something I could wear a suit and, you know, go from here to, say, SCAD out at East 37?
Absolutely. You can get where you need to be on a method of transportation like this with virtually no energy from the user. So you're not going to break a sweat. In fact, it's got a built-in air conditioning system. You just lift your elbows up right there and the wind's going to pass through you. So this is a wonderful way to get around. And, you know, we had something called the Dump the Pump Challenge here in the city of Savannah, where we competed between a car and a bicycle. And the bicycle won so many times that we retired the challenge. It wasn't even fair anymore. We didn't even take that. That was an ordinary bicycle. With an electric bike, we know that we can even beat those times. So while you're seeing everybody, one of the best things that you can do on this ride, you're seeing everybody else that's stuck in traffic. You know, they're honking their horns. They're tired of the congestion. You're out there in the beautiful outdoors, right, enjoying your city with virtually no pedal power effort.
Nick, with the pandemic, many people limited their transportation. Some people stayed at home more, or they moved to an area that had live, work, and play, and they weren't commuting as much. They've gotten used to this. They've gotten spoiled, and a lot of people don't want to go back. So if I'm changing my lifestyle, right, moving maybe into the city, and I'm working, you know, from my home on the internet, I'm not having to get in. I mean, it seems like an e-bike is a great addition to my garage, because now I could do a lot of the small errands, going to see friends, going to the restaurant, going to grad school, going to the entertainment on the e-bike.
I think this is going to be a part of every American's portfolio out there as a mid-level method of mobility in between walking, right, and driving, so that you can access and enjoy places that you've never seen before in a totally different way. And, you know, this one's built with style in mind. You know, I had to build this bad boy. And I built it with style, right? With a name like Palumbo, come on, you have to build it with a little bit of style.
Yeah, why don't we show everyone this bike? So take us through the bike. Just kind of squat down and get on camera here and show us what you've got.
So this is a custom built, this is one of a kind, or was one of a kind. This is a prototype, and there's a couple of others out there. But when you get a purpose-built electric bike, you're no longer limited by having to make it lighter to make it faster. So right here on the down tube centered here is the battery. This is a 20 amp hour battery. It'll get you 50 miles to a charge at up top speed at 20 miles an hour. And this custom built tube, and it integrates all of the components. So you've got all of the wires, all of the mess, all of the guts are built right into the down tube, which powers right back here to a rear motor. And let me get it, let me turn it on right here so I can show you. So this is what's powering it out on the backside. And really, when you take off on this thing, right, so then you're getting up to 20 miles an hour right there. So it's a wonderful way to get around. This is in purpose built. So it's got a heads up display where you're going to see your odometer, top speed right here, front headlight for safety, and a couple of Springer forks for this bad boy, mechanical disc brakes for good stopping power. And Tim, you've tried it out. Tell me, how's the ride?
Yeah, I was a little concerned that it might jump out from under me or that I might, lose my balance, but it really was it was an intelligent type of a system that you've created, because I think you created it with safety in mind. So as I started to pedal, it gave me just a little assist. And Savannah's flat, but I can tell you, having 3 degrees from the University of Georgia, that the hills that are in Athens, I would have died for one of these, because I almost died several times. I had a wreck on Lumpkin Street where I was laying upside down on my bike. This is the days before a lot of people were wearing helmets. And then I had a really bad crash on First Street heading back to my house, where I went over the handlebars as the chain came off and slid on the asphalt on my forearms. And so I really like the idea of going a little bit slower, taking your time, arriving safely, and not sweating as much.
That's right. And this has something built in. It's called the Range Anxiety Eliminator, right? You can still get around on regular pedal power, and it's still a nice natural ride. Now, this one's a little heavier, so you're going to have to do quite a workout. But if you run out of energy, you can still get where you need to be. But as this market is exploding, you're going to see stylish rides like this for a single user. You can see tandem rides. You're going to see cargo rides that are out there. So it's not just getting point A to point B. Like, this is really changing and transforming transportation for Americans across the country. And our job here at the city really is to transform with it. We've been working so hard on planning out new bike paths, new bikeways, and protecting those different users of mobility throughout our city.
Nick, let's talk just a second about all the trails that are being created. You think about the Beltline in Atlanta. I mean, it seems like everywhere I go, there is a trail planned on an old rail bed, and we used to regulate trains here on the Public Service Commission, but a lot of these old lines are going away, and I know the Path Foundation is very involved. Our friends over at Cox Enterprises and their foundation, Jim Kennedy, they are investing millions and millions of dollars. I mean, what is that going to do as we move from streets to trails? And can you use this on the trail?
Absolutely. And it's absolutely revolutionary what's happening in Georgia cities right now as they're transforming the public domain. And we're not left out as well. We have a fantastic concept we are calling here Tied to Town. And you have to check it out, tiedtotown.org. And we've already started construction on finished 2 of the segments. But the idea is this comprehensive trail as it ties together 3/4 of Savannah's neighborhoods directly, our hospitals, our schools, our public rights of way, and our park systems, so that people can access them like never before. And it's a revolutionary concept, not just for sports and recreation and health, but really for commuting abilities as well, so that people can get to their jobs and access new jobs and economic development like never before.
I was in Seattle out there looking at their sustainability program, meeting with Starbucks, meeting with Microsoft, and I stayed down in the southern part of the city, and there was a trail connected to the hotel that I was staying at, and that trail went all the way into downtown Seattle.
Yes.
And there were many people that were taking advantage of that for work and of course recreation. But it seems like if you build it, they will come.
Well, and it's a big component of heritage tourism as well. So this is the largest growing segment in our tourism industry. And, that's the lifeblood of our economy here locally. We depend on our residents and our visitors to really pump in a lot of dollars in here that lead to beautiful places like this for us to maintain it. So it's a key part of our civic portfolio here in the city of Savannah. And I did want to show you here about what's coming up online, so that you've got City Hall that's up at the top. And then this 40-mile comprehensive loop that ties together so many Savannah communities. It means so many different things to different people, whether it be health and exercise that will literally make you live longer. And there are very few pieces of things that the government can do that make you live longer and make you happier. But this is one of them. So we're excited to be pursuing this in gusto. We've dedicated new funding streams and opportunities to building this out. We're so excited to get you out here when we break open this bad boy and finish the job.
Yeah, so you and I are about to go on a bike tour of the historic district. Tell me a little bit about what we're going to experience and the route that we're going to go.
So you're going to see some of the good stuff, and you're going to see some of the challenges as well. Because I want you to see boots on the ground, what it's like for these different users of mobility as people are giving up cars, or maybe they can't afford a car, and the tax, tag, title, insurance, and all the things that come with it. This is a great option for them. But this is outside the scope of the Public Service Commission, but to see what the infrastructure challenges are, because if it's happening in Savannah, it's happening all across Georgia cities. So we really need more help and support for engineering, design, and figuring out how to get ahead of the curve of more people are going to be adopting these than ever before. And really just to see the future of mobility. You're going to see our wonderful, beautiful parks and squares. I've got Kayla Brown is going to be delivering the tour here. And I'd love to see you bike a mile in her shoes as you explore the city together.
I think about the overlap of the Public Service Commission and electric reliability. And we have provided Georgia Power with about $18 million of make-ready money. The Port Fueling Center accessed some of it for their 5 EV chargers they're doing. But it's not limited just to electric cars. It's EV chargers, and you have chargers that can charge bikes as well. So I do think that we're going to see the power company, as this is scaled up, and we have charger stations maybe outside of the college campus here at some of the SCAD buildings, or maybe City Hall, other places where the power company would be able to assist in getting the wires and the transformers and the things that you need in order to put a charger up.
And the wonderful thing about electric bikes too, just like this one, this is charged with your good old-fashioned 110 household current. So a DC charger plugs right into this and gets you where you need to be. So a lot of the infrastructure is already there, but I'm glad you're going to be thinking about electric bikes in mind into the future.
Hey, thanks for joining us today. If you're interested in finding out about Nick's bike, where can they order one of these?
That's right, www.palumboelectricbikes.com, manufactured by yours truly. Please come and check it out. But please go to your bike shop, your local bike shop, support them, and try one of these out. Because really, trying it out, it'll turn you into a believer.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Catch Energy Matters every single Saturday here in Savannah, all over Georgia. Just go to WGAUradio.com. You can just click on demand. You can hear any of the back episodes that we've done. All right, you ready to do some biking?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.